fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to unbox another kit. As you guys all know, I am trying to work my way through my stash, and I am trying to kind of reclaim my mojo, find my joy again in this, because I've been a bit burnt out. I saw somebody do this kit, and I've had it in my stash for quite a while, and keep thinking, oh, I should do that one. It's a smaller one, so I just kind of have left it. Didn't think about getting this one out next because I was trying to concentrate on, oh, well, I've done several small ones in a row. Maybe I should get a bigger one. But I saw this one, it was super cute, and I was like, you know what? I need to just get it out and do it. So it's a Dreamer Designs kit, as you can see. Let me get everything out of the box and we'll can see what my next project's going to be. So it is a Dreamer Designs kit. As you can see, it comes in their lovely branded little bag. I don't know if they still come in these bags or not, because I bought this one a while ago. So if you've bought one of these recently, do they still have the bags in them? So they do come nicely packaged. We'll look at that in a minute. Let's see what goodies we get in our toolkit. So we get a bag of baggies. We get some very pokey tweezers. We get a lovely little brush with a hand on the end. Ooh, 2 plates of wax, which actually is kind of interesting because I don't think this kit is that big, so that they give you 2 plates. You get 2 pens and 2 scrunchies. Now, one of these pens, this tip is meant for ABs. I should keep this out for the kit I'm working on currently. Anyway, a regular diamond painting pen, and then we get all these multi-placers, a 3, a 6, and a straightener. And then we get our branded Dreamer Designs trays. It's got the little pull spout at the end, and it's also got these little dividers that you can put on the tray so that if you wanted to have more than one color in there, you can put these little dividers on, and then you can have multiple colors. I've never used these. Has anybody used these? Is it really handy? I just felt like it would make it more trouble than it was worth, especially in a tray that doesn't have a lid, to try and pour out one color and then a second color and then a third color. I mean, if you're going to use them all up, then I suppose that's fine, but how often do you know that you're actually going to use them all up, right? For sure. Okay, so that's what all comes in the toolkit. Let me get all this back into place and we'll look at the canvas. Okay, and I lied. We're not going to look at the canvas first. We're going to look at the stickers. So we've got our instructions here, which I don't need. And then we've got our stickers. What kit am I going to be doing? I am going to be working on the snowman with gold and silver presents. So you can see here we've got our sticker, and here's the image. And he's just this cute little snowman with these gold presents. And so it probably seems a little bit weird to be working on this, but I am now in Canada. It is still winter here. It is not spring yet. So I thought, after seeing this and seeing how cute it was, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna pull this one out. He's only 40 by 50, so he's not huge, but we do have a lot of colors. We've got 56 colors. This is rolled up slightly. I'm trying to keep my arm out of the way so you can see. And we've got 5 ABs. And I'm fairly certain I can come up with more than that to put in here as well, especially some of these gold colors. I know I've got 5,200 in ABs. So yeah, I may see what additional ABs I can add into here. So we've got pre-cut stickers, like I said. Maybe I've even got some fairy dust I can add in here. We'll have to see. But he was just super cute, and it's not very big, like I said, 40 by 50. And I know I told myself I was going to work on a larger one, but I've got some slightly larger ones than this that I am currently working on. It's all good, right? It's all kits that are coming out of my stash. So 56 colors, 40 by 50. Let me grab the canvas for real this time. Okay, so here's the canvas, and here's why I often get asked why I don't, well, I get asked 2 things. One, why I don't unbox my kits until I'm ready to work on them. That's just a me thing, I think. And 2, the way that I store my canvases, I store the boxes flat. I don't store them vertically, I store them horizontally. Because when the kits are laying down, they're gonna lay on this long side, right? Because if I store them vertically, what often happens is what happened with this kit anyway, and that is you can see this whole side here is kind of crunched because it got shoved to the bottom. And so where the kit was rolled up, even though it was around the drills weren't quite to the bottom of the canvas. And so the canvas with the drills here, instead of all the way at the end, as it laid in the box vertically, they got crushed. This is on the legend, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. It didn't really get over into where the canvas itself is, where I'm going to be diamond painting into the drill field. But if it had been a larger picture, that might have happened. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. So Dreamer Designs is the only company I know of that does this. They have this little like 1/4 inch printed section around edge around the painting where you don't actually put any drills, which makes it really nice for framing. I like to, when I frame something, have all of the drills showing. So that makes it really easy to do that with that little 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch, whatever it ends up being. So we've got a schematic on both sides. We've got 56 colors, like I said, and it is 40 by 50. This is called Snowman with Gold and Silver Presents by Makiko. I don't know if they still have it available, but I'll stick a link if they do down below. If not, I'll stick a link to Dreamer Designs because they have tons of really cool stuff. All right, so if we measure here, and I'm measuring from the drill field, that's coming right out at 40 because I'm skipping that extra little 1/4 inch they have. That is coming out at 49, although there is a little bit of puckering here because I haven't adjusted the cover sheet yet, which I don't usually do. So I'm going to call that 50. I don't usually adjust the cover sheet because I'm going to take it off anyway and put on my release papers. So if you lift up the cover sheet and then lay it back down, sometimes you can get it to lay a little bit flatter. You can see how it's just because it's been rolled up, it's a little bit tight. It's super cute. So like I said, we've got 5 ABs. Lots of white, as you can imagine, in the snowman, in the ornaments here on the tree. So for sure 5200 will be one that I add. And then I'm trying to see what other ones might be fun. This B, oh, that is already an AB, okay. So the stars here and kind of the highlights on the presents and some of the ornaments is already an AB. Then this 9 here is not an AB, so if I have any of that, I could make that an AB. Let's see, L is another AB. And that is just some highlighting here on his hat and on his scarf. 3, 415. Ooh, I'm pretty sure I've got some ABs in that color that I could add to his hat and his scarf here. What is E? 341. I don't know if I have any ABs in that. But I'm pretty sure I'll have some ABs in the red. 666, I know I have ABs and or fairy dust in that one. I might do fairy dust for the clothing, for the hat, the scarf, the mittens. That might look a little bit better than doing ABs. Plus I find fairy dust drills a little easier to work with, or pixie dust, whatever. I find them easier to work with because the ABs with that extra AB coating just makes it that smidge bigger, the drill, so they're a little harder to fit in tightly, especially when you're working with squares, which this one is. So where else do I have ABs here? So we've got some on the presents and the ornaments on his hat. We've got like a teal color. Is that? Oh, it's just like little lights in the Christmas tree, okay. And then some pink here in his hat, again, some highlights of his hat. And then a yellow, where is this yellow? Oh, it is also lights in the tree, so little sparkling places with the tree. What is this P? 728. I might have some ABs in that as well that I could throw in if that's going to be a light too. Let me grab the drills. For those of you who don't like the drill trains, feel free to fast forward. For those of you who do and enjoy my wacky names for colors, let's go. So we have a light gray, kind of a periwinkle, a dark red, a dark green, a light gray, another dark gray. This is all the black in the kit, so that's it. Some dark brown, some green, and another kind of like light slate blue. Then we've got a golden yellow, a very pale yellow, kind of a tan, a yellowish peach, a red, a green, a hunter green, like a brick red, kind of a khaki color, and a light gray. We've got another dark red, a light blue, two kind of mustardy colors. This one's a little bit darker. We've got a brown, an off-white. We've got a salmon and a dark salmon. We've got a pale peach and another kind of mustardy color. We've got kind of a mocha brown, kind of a very dark turquoise, a dark gray, kind of a sage green, a light green, a brown, kind of an orangish tan, another salmon, a dark green, and a light green. Then we've got like a pale turquoise, a very pale mint green, dark gray, a red, a green, a yellow, a brown, a lighter tan, kind of a darker yellow, and then like an orangish yellow. And then we've got 2 bags of 5200, which isn't a ton considering how much white there is in this painting. And then we've got our ABs. We've got this yellow, which is again going to go on the presents here. We've got a light blue, which is some of the lights in the trees. We've got this kind of greenish turquoise, which is also lights in the trees. We've got this pink, which is going to go in a couple places on his hat. And then we've got this yellow, which is also some of the lights on the tree. So quite a few more colors than I was expecting for a kit this small. 56 colors for a 40 by 50 seems like quite a lot. And also to get 5 ABs is pretty cool. And I'm going to be adding in either more ABs or fairy dust. So I'm excited to see what this one is going to look like when I finish it. Like I said, I saw somebody do it on Instagram. I will say I've only done one other square from Dreamer Designs. It was the Penguin Trio, and it was gappy, but it was quite old. This one isn't as old as that one. I'm not sure exactly when I bought this one. If I remember to look it up, I'll stick it up on screen when I bought it, but probably 2021 or 2022, I would guess. If it's later than that, I'll be surprised. So we'll see if this ends up being gappy for me or not. But I'm excited to work on it. Plus, it's a square. Squares I have tended to avoid, much like the larger kits. Maybe I'll do that as something to ask. What large kit with squares should I do next? I don't even know what kit with squares I have next. And again, it is a winter themed kit, but I think I'm okay with that. It doesn't really fit with any events or anything, but this one was just calling to me, and that's what I want, right? If it's calling to me, that means I'm going to work on it, and that means I'm going to get it done that much faster. So then once I do this one, I can report on how good I feel the squares are with Dreamer Designs. Absolutely love their rounds. Recommend their rounds with no hesitation. Have done many of their kits with rounds and have several more that I'm looking forward to getting to at some point in the future. But the squares, yeah, the penguins just kind of made me, So we'll see how this one turns out. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.